The size of your dreams must always exceed your current capacity to achieve them. If your dreams do not scare you, they are not big enough.
Before you get into this episode, I want to let you know that this episode was filmed a few months ago. It took a long time to get approved from the football club, but I thought I'd post it as a little bonus episode as to a little intro into what is coming next year. I'm super excited to make these better and better, and looking through my editing now, I'm like, holy moly, I could make this so much better, but it is what it is. I just wanted to put it out there, give you guys a little insight into the game day vlogs and what is to come.
Let's go, we're already running late. Let's go, baby. Yes, sir. Yeah, boy. All day, baby. All day, baby. How many? Nothing better than cracking a cold one on a variety. But seriously, I haven't eaten anything. It is 12 o'clock. We've done a gym session. We've got a haircut. We've been floating around Broadbeach, and we're now in Burleigh. I think it's Burleigh. Palm Springs to do some work with Tori. Need a work stint. Just get some things in motion for some projects that we have coming up for ourselves. So we're gonna get some food. I am starving.
Bombastic side eye.
It's so weird.
You've done all. That's standard, bro. You're still in your pajamas, mate. Or do you play for Southport?
Hope the winds of change will change your mind. I could give 1,000 reasons why, and I know you, and you've got to make it on your own, but we don't have to grow up. We can stay forever. Living on my sofa, drinking rum and cola underneath the rising sun. I could give 1,000 reasons why.
Day in the life of a supreme athlete. Wakes up at 11:30, has Guzman, and then comes to recovery. Pretty much sums it up.
Just gonna have a relaxing day. Rest the body.
You've had that.
The goal there is to break the body down. Water on the property as well as there's ice bars.
Wow, universe is looking after me. Universe is looking after me, that's all I'm gonna say. Number 2 for the day. Get those electrolytes in naturally. Straight from the source, baby. Oscar! Ooh. Bon appetit.
What about?
Al dente.
And then like the person's reactions after it.
We're back home. It is about, what time is it? 8:45. It's time to have a shower and hit the hay. First things first, always gotta rehydrate. Gotta get those electrolytes in.
A bit like under fire, you can clip that a con.
It is time to get to the gym. We'll go downstairs in our apartment to get some stuff done. More speed, power sort of work. Make sure we're feeling really good, get ready for the game, and then we'll jump in the nice cold pool that they've got downstairs there as well. It's not that enjoyable, but we're gonna get it done. As I've said in one of my previous game day videos, it's all about feeling good in the morning. As long as I'm feeling good and ready to go, that is all that matters, because my routine, my schedule is gonna change every time. Like this week we played 11:30. Last week we played at 7 o'clock. Usually we played at 12. Round 1 we played at 1 o'clock. So things are always going to constantly change, so you have to be able to adapt with it. So now all I focus on is feeling good, getting ready, getting in the right mindset to go out, have fun, get around my teammates, and just enjoy myself. Because I know that's when I play my best footy, and that's how I'm going to provide my best for the team. Let's go. We're gonna get 2 supersets done. Just focusing on a horizontal force and a vertical force. So we're gonna do some hang cleans. The same it's been all year because it makes me feel good. I get in and out, I'm done. My body feels ready to go. So if I fix something that's not broken.
Alright, bottles on me, long as someone drink it. Never drop the ball, fuck it y'all thinking. Making sure the young money ship is never sinking. About to set it off in this bitch, Jada Pinkett. I shouldn't have drove. Tell me how I'm getting home. You too fine to be.
Perfect, I'm just about to run out of battery as I start my session. First set, we get a couple warm-up reps in, just nice and easy with the bar. Another warm-up set. Speed, power, explosive, techniques on point. That's done, baby. I think it's good to have a bit of context behind all your sessions as well. So for me, doing a resisted movement and then I'm doing an assisted movement. So working both ends of the spectrum. Maximize that power, maximize feeling good. Second set, last set, next set. Vertical force vector done. So we had the hang clean, pulling up. We had our pogo jumps assisted, bouncing up. Now we're going to focus on our horizontal force vector. So I've got a kettlebell swing. Mainly when your horizontal sort of stuff, you're going to work on hinging sort of movement. Exactly why I'm doing the kettlebell swing. And then I'm going to do a body weight exercise, which is just a 1 to 3 step sprint. So just trying to focus on those first 5 meters to explode away from a contest or your opponent or a stoppage or things like that. So everything sort of has purpose and correlates to the game and what I'm trying to achieve and develop within myself, which is exactly why you should always have a program or a strength and conditioning coach. I'm sort of lucky I have a bit of that background, but if you don't, I always recommend having some guidance, which is exactly what Project 250 is about, which I'll explain after the game. Session complete, as simple as that. 4 exercises, 2 sets of each. Keep the reps low, between 3 to 6. Nothing that's going to exert yourself.
Say that again.
I've got a tiny little bit of a sweat up, but nothing really at all. Now it's time to get into the water for a swim. Just to sort of wake ourselves up and yeah, maybe a little bit of discipline as well. Stuff to get the hardest part out of the way with first. Damn, she's chilly out here. That means it's gonna be even colder in there. She's fresh, let's just say that. It's actually not too bad. I feel like because I did cold exposure yesterday that it doesn't feel as bad, but still it's pretty cold.
I think I've said it before, but I don't do any of this for the recovery benefits. Like I literally do it just so I feel good. It gets the endorphins flowing, something challenging that you sort of ticked off already for the day. So a few minutes in here and we'll get some breakfast in. One thing I wanted to touch on was sleep. Sleep is super important. More hours that you can get before midnight is critical. That's your golden hours of sleep. Between 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. That's where you're gonna go through your sleep cycles most efficiently. And if you're sleeping outside of those hours, you're not going to feel your best and feel your most optimal the next day. Yes, you're going to be able to function. Yes, you might be able to perform well, but there's still another level that you would have been able to go to if you got those hours of sleep. So don't feel like you have to cut your sleep short. I personally, at the moment, the stage of my life, I have to get up at 3:30 a.m. some mornings. And that's why I probably woke up at 3:30 a.m. naturally this morning, is because during the week, that's what I was doing. And it's not optimal. It's not what I recommend. So for any young athletes coming through, if you can maximize your sleep, it's going to be super critical and beneficial to your performance, aiding your recovery, aiding your ability to aerobically run. Those sorts of things, super important. So get some food in. Let's roll. What goes in the footy bag? So we've got our black playing shorts, spare pair of jocks, deodorant, water bottle, some camera gear for today, which usually isn't in there, but hopefully will be permanently in there in the future. Hair wax, boots. I've got another couple pairs of boots of the game, and then mouth guard. A little bit burnt, but the real question is, do I go 2 Vegemite and butter or 2 peanut butter and jam?
Good luck.
Thanks, brother.
Love you so much.
Love you.
Now, some of you might be looking at this breakfast and being like, geez, it's not that healthy, it's not what I expected. But let me explain. The reason why I've chosen these items of food is because I can load them up with calories without feeling really full in my stomach. If I was to choose whole foods like fruits, veggies, all that sort of stuff, it's gonna make me feel really full and really heavy when I'm out running on the field in 2.5 hours time. So I wanna pick foods that are energy dense, but also sit light in my stomach, make me feel pretty good. They're gonna give me a bit of energy. I don't have to worry about running out onto the oval and feeling really heavy, especially when I don't have too much time to digest things in the morning. We play at 11:30, it's currently 8:52. And for majority of you guys that are watching this video as well, you probably play early in the morning. So trying to get something in before you play is not always easy. So pick foods that you enjoy, that are light, easy on the stomach, but can still get some energy into you. That's gonna be your best option.
Know everything about it, but they're also cheering for your demise.
I love these things. Cocoa bombs, absolutely elite.
Reuse, reduce, recycle. code Jackson15 to get yourself some discounts and support me directly. A little bit of energy in the form of a coffee to get us going before we get to the Oval. This time people gave me shit on TikTok for doing my hair before the game. You know what? Not gonna stop me. You gotta look good. Stop it! Thank you. Gotta look good, feel good, to play good. Can't forget my coconut waters also for the game. Last little thing before we head to the game, or we head to the Oval. A little bit of coconut water on the legs. Coconut oil on the legs, I should say. Let's go! Probably be the first game all year where it's been conditions. I miss a bright sun. We've made it to the ground. Hopefully when I speak to you and I'm holding this camera again, that we've come home with the W. So enjoy this content that Tori is going to film for you, because she's gone out of her way to film it. So give her a thank you, give this video a thumbs up, and let her know you're appreciative of this content.
Team, welcome to our first official game day vlog. Hopefully there's many more to come of these, and hopefully this runs very smoothly, because I've had a few issues over the past couple days trying to record this with a few technical difficulties, but we're here, we're getting it done. Thank you for Tori for getting this footage out as well. It's it was awesome to have her sort of following me around a little bit. I would have loved to get some of my individual warm-up that we do when we get to the ground as well, but unfortunately Tori couldn't get there on time. So hopefully you'll see that next time. I would have been mic'd up for that as well, but when we get to the ground, we always have our first team meeting, which goes for about 10 to 15 minutes, and then we have our own time for about 30 minutes before heading out to this warm-up. So next time you see a game day vlog, you'll have me mic'd up during that 30-minute period on my own, which will be good content to watch. But yeah, here we're just going through our general sort of warm-up, going through some mobility work, some strides, and then we get into the more specific stuff with our lines. So for me, I'm in the back line, so getting some work done here, practicing on defending styles and talking about how we want to go out and attack the game. So from there, we'll go back inside. We'll have another 10 to 15 minutes to our own individual prep, just to make sure we're ready to go. The mindset is on, and then we're back out for our last and final warm-up on the grounds. Again, just making sure that we're mentally switched on, ready to go. A couple more strides, touching the footies as much as we can, getting a feel for the bodies, all that sort of stuff that's going to get you physically ready and mentally ready for the game. This is the first play of the day, and actually the only clip in the first half that Tori got me getting a touch. I actually had a pretty decent first half disposals-wise and impact-wise. Probably a good first quarter and then an okay second quarter, and back sort of dropped off a little bit in the second half. But we started out pretty well. I think we were around the mark. It was a pretty even sort of game. We felt on top. We just probably didn't capitalize on many opportunities that we had. I think we ended up kicking about 15 points for the day or something like that. So we had plenty of opportunities, but couldn't quite convert. They got a lot of these sort of goals out the back, and it felt quite easy for them to get their goals, which was frustrating and something we spoke about before the game, but just couldn't quite do our work early enough to make sure that they didn't get out the back of us. So I was in this position here, like trying to start on their back shoulder, and then if they tried to run past, put a bit of body on so they couldn't run past and get an easy open goal. But halftime, it was about 8 points in it. Go through our warm-up here. Second half, we sort of spoke about at halftime that if we were in the game at three-quarter time, we knew we would run over them. I know I spoke to one of the boys that, during the second quarter, and he's like, geez, we don't experience this heat in Melbourne, that's for sure. So they were always going to find it a little bit more challenging than us to run out the game. Little pro tip here as well, if you're on the bench, sometimes you can get caught there for like 5, 10, maybe even longer minutes than that. So make sure you stay involved in the game, whether it's supporting your teammates, whether it's directional talk like I was trying to do. Make sure you can try and do that as much as you can. It keeps you involved in the game as well, especially when coming back out onto the field. You still feel like you're in the game and have been on the field without being on the field, if that makes sense. So had a couple touches there, lost a one-on-one marking contest, which you would have just seen before as well, which was disappointing, but was, again, still in the game. One of our boys got absolutely smashed there. We got a free kick for that, but it's three-quarter time. We were in the game. We knew we could run away with the win. We just spoke about here in our huddle as a backline group, trying to focus on changing lanes, making sure we can move the opposition. It allows us to get on the outside of them, use our run to help run
run out the game and run them off their feet, basically, because we knew they were struggling. They had a couple top-up players which were struggling a little bit to run as well. So if we use the ball well and change angles, all that sort of stuff, tried to move it nice and quickly, we knew we would run away with the win, in which we did, and we were able to pile on a couple goals here, which was awesome to see, because we had one of our older players who was playing his last game of the year at home, because he is 30 years old and he's retiring. So one of our other boys also played 50 games, his 50th game for the club as well, which is a great achievement, especially this day and age. So awesome stuff. Listening to the team song is a beauty. Got the W. Tori did some filming. Hopefully she was good at what she did to assess the footage. Apart from getting there half an hour late, everything should be sweet. So pretty good to get the win. We're actually still a finals chance, believe it or not. We have to have quite a few things go our way and win our last game of the year, but we could sneak into the 10 and then play off for a final spot the following week. So we'll see what happens, but hopefully you guys enjoyed the vlog. We are just heading out to some friends tonight, so I'm going to end the vlog here. Hopefully you got some value out of it. If you want to see more of it, let me know, but they're going to go up and up from here, so just know that. And next year we're going to take it to a whole new level and absolutely change the game. So
that is the end of the video. They're going to be so much better next year. I literally cannot wait to start creating these game day vlogs every week for you guys of the 2024 VFL season. So I hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel. We are nearly approaching that 2K mark, which I want to hit before the end of the year. So I appreciate every single one of your support. A comment means the absolute world. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.